Oh, last week we started the 7th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita. We didn't get very far because there were so many questions. We practically forgot about the text. 7th chapter, just to review the beginning. As I mentioned last week, this first verse of the 7th chapter, people say it was Prabhupada's favorite verse in Bhagavad Gita. And I think it is true because he quoted it so many times and he lectured on this verse more than any other verse. He lectured on this verse maybe 10, 12 times in different countries around the world. And the part of this verse that Prabhupada emphasized mostly was Maya Saktamana. The last chapter was Ashtanga Yoga or Jnana Yoga. So yoga is the subject of Bhagavad Gita. Yoga is sometimes given different names. But here Krishna said, Yogam Yunjan Madashraya. One should practice yoga, taking shelter of him, Maya Saktamana, with mind attached to me. Then Krishna says, you can know me in full without any doubt. And now Krishna says, I will explain that to you. Tatshanu, just then Krishna said that I will explain knowledge, Jnanam Savijnanam. Knowledge and the practical application of knowledge, or here it is said knowledge both phenomenal and numinous. I think numinous means spiritual. Phenomenal means material. So, first thing Krishna says is that mostly people are not interested. Manushanam sahasresu kastid yatati siddhaye. Out of thousands, only you'll find one who is trying to perfect his life. And then, second part of the verse distinguishes a Krishna conscious person from the many, many so-called liberated souls. That yatatam, those who are trying to attain perfection, api siddhanam, and even among those who have already attained perfection, kastyan mam veti tatvataha, hardly one knows me in truth. Then in this verse also the important word mam veti tatvataha, to understand Krishna truthfully. And then we pointed out that everyone knows that verse in the 4th chapter, Janma karma chame divyame vamyoveti tatvataha. Krishna says, if you know my janma karma, birth and activities, tatvataha, in truth, chaktva deham, giving up this body, punar janma na, no more rebirth, mameti, come to me. So that might sound, oh, that's an easy way to go back to God. You just have to understand Krishna's birth and activities. But it is said tatvataha, and here it is said that out of crores of people, millions and billions of people, hardly one you'll find who understands Krishna in truth. Now in the 4th chapter, Krishna is explaining his 4th and 5th chapters, his 2 primary energies. That this world is a combination of 2 energies. That we can very well understand. There's material energy, Bhumira Panalo Vayu. There's the material energy, and then there's the living energy, which Krishna says is superior. Prakriti Vidime Param, it is Para Prakriti, superior energy, the Jiva Bhuta, the living beings. So this is very fundamental, the most fundamental beginning of knowledge. And yet, in all the colleges, universities, scientists, they will never say there's basically two distinct kinds of energies, matter and spirit. No such conception in material life. They imagine that somehow life was generated from matter. But Krishna says matter is inferior and life is superior. That everyone feels. It's like a living body is certainly superior to a dead body. And how a superior thing can be generated from an inferior thing? How? How? Seems foolish. That's why everyone is foolish, even the big scientists.
From dead body, so many bugs come.
Yeah, but not the soul.
We can see them. And these two also, so many things they come out. How is possible?
Well, this is a Achintya Shakti. Nature's working in wonderful ways.
Does it look like it's come from the metal?
Yeah, it looks like.
Looks like it's a dead body and come so many things. And looks like it's coming from here.
Prabhupada gives the example that in India, they will harvest the rice and then husk the rice, maybe put it in a big pile, or maybe before husking, put it in a big pile. And then sometimes they see, sometimes a scorpion will lay eggs within the pile of rice, and then so many scorpions will come out. So they think that the rice is producing scorpions. But actually, the rice is not producing the scorpions. Anyway, in the sixth verse, Krishna says, all created beings have their source in these two natures. Of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world, know for certain that I am both the origin and the dissolution. So that is stated throughout BhagavadGita, that the origin of everything is Krishna. Now, someone might wonder, or people naturally wonder, that this vast universe, okay, it maybe it has an origin, but how can that origin be a person who is standing before Arjuna? How? And Prabhupada says, don't think that there's only one universe, there's innumerable universes. And they have all originated from the absolute truth. And that everything is originating from a person who's speaking to Arjuna. How? How? Well, even all religions accept that God is omniscient and omnipotent. He's all-knowing and all-powerful. So God can do as he likes, even though he is unlimited, still he can easily appear as Arjuna's friend.
Brahmani says, Ko Vetti Bhagavan Bhoman. Ko Vetti Bhagavan Bhoman. Nobody can understand you.
Yeah. That Arjuna also says to Krishna in the 10th chapter. He asks Krishna to describe his opulence. He says, only you can understand yourself. No one else can understand you. Then Krishna says, it's also a very often referred to verse 7, that there's no truth superior to me. Matta parataram na anya kinchir asti dhananjaya. There's no truth superior to me. That everything is resting on me like so many pearls on a thread. So sometimes Prabhupada explains there's so many planets. They're all floating weightlessly in space. They're all going in their orbits. But actually everything is resting, just like you have a pearl necklace. You cannot see the thread if the pearls are touching each other. But they are strung so nicely, remaining together only because of that string. If that string was not there, it would all scatter like that. So many on the floor, and no one to pick them up. So similarly, all the planets, everything is working, situated nicely. That thread, that is Krishna's potency. So that Krishna says here, Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Sutra means a thread, and mani is a pearl. Manigana means many pearls. Just as many pearls are strung on a thread, so everything is resting on me. And that's about where we came to last week. I'll read a little of the purport. There is a common controversy over whether the supreme absolute truth is personal or impersonal. Of course, there's a great impetus in conditional life for the impersonal understanding. It's like if you study the universe, how vast the universe, and then they say that there was a big bang, that all the matter within the universe somehow was condensed into one point. But then if someone were to say, but that point, behind that point is a person, God manifests in the universe. It's not possible for our brain to conceive of what kind of person that would be. That all this has come from a person. Prabhupada says it is not within the capacity of our teeny brains to understand this. There's a common controversy over whether the Supreme Absolute Truth is personal or impersonal. As far as BhagavadGita is concerned, the Absolute Truth is the personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. And this is confirmed in every step. In this verse in particular, it is stressed that the Absolute Truth is a person. And that's also confirmed in so many other shastras. Then, beginning in text 8, Prabhupada many times quoted text 8. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water and the light of the sun and the moon. The syllable Om in the Vedic mantras, I am the sound in ether and ability in man. Sometimes see that some man has a great ability, someone is a great tennis player, or someone is very great at mathematical computations. Krishna says, I am that ability in man. Even commonly people say it is a God-gifted talent. No one knows where they actually got it. Someone was born Then somehow he picks up a musical instrument and starts playing automatically. If you ask that small person, how you got that? Just got it. Krishna says, I am that. I am given a small amount of that ability in the man. But Prabhupada mostly talked about rasa aham ISKCON. Prabhupada is explaining that mostly people don't think about God because God is beyond their perception. So Prabhupada says in the beginning, we have to see how God is manifest all throughout the world and ways that he's explaining himself how to appreciate his presence. It's like you may be wandering in the desert, so thirsty, so thirsty. And in the desert oasis, there's a Walmart. You go in and you buy a bottle of water and you drink. Ah, a relief. That is Krishna. So we are not ever independent. We cannot fulfill our own necessities of life because we have this body. There are so many necessities. We need water, we need air. We cannot fulfill these ourselves. These are all given by Krishna. So Krishna said, you should know that that satisfying taste of water, that is me. And sometimes Prabhupada lecturing in the beginning in New York, a place there were many drunkards. So he said, even a drunkard, he's in the bar, he's drinking wine, he's thinking, oh, that wine is so nice. If you were to understand the taste in that wine is Krishna, Prabhupada says he will one day come out a great devotee. I think one day means quite a long day, in the day of Brahma. But one day he'll come out a great devotee. That is often said that if one makes a beginning in Krishna consciousness, surely he will reach the goal. Maybe so many impediments. But if one makes a beginning, certainly one will eventually reach the goal. So even if the drunkard, if he thinks while drinking, I like this wine, that taste in the wine, that is Krishna. Another time, Prabhupada was lecturing 26 Avenue, and devotees were sitting in this class. Some local homeless kind of person walked in with some paper towels or toilet paper or something. Walked in and went to the bathroom in the back and put it there, and walked out. Everyone was quite startled. And Prabhupada made some comment, I forget exactly what, but he appreciated that. See, he's not in proper condition, but still it is the nature of everyone to render some service. So he has rendered some service. That is very good. So if we become more deeply thinking about how Krishna is explaining himself in this way, then we can see Krishna everywhere we go. I will read about some of the purport of this verse, Rasaham ISKCON. This verse explains how the Lord is all-pervasive by his diverse material and spiritual energies. The Supreme Lord can be preliminarily perceived by his different energies, and in this way, he is realized impersonally. As the demigod and the sun is a person and is perceived by his all-pervading energy, the sunshine. So the Lord, although in his eternal abode, is perceived by his all-pervading diffusive energies. The taste of water is the active principle of water. No one likes to drink seawater because the pure taste of water is mixed with salt. Attraction for water depends on the purity of the taste, and this pure taste is one of the energies of the Lord. The impersonalist perceives the presence of the Lord in water by its taste, and the personalist also glorifies the Lord for his kindly supplying tasty water to quench man's thirst. That is the way of perceiving the Supreme. Practically speaking, there is no conflict between personalism and impersonalism. One who knows God knows that the impersonal conception and personal conception are simultaneously present in everything, and that there is no contradiction. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya established his sublime doctrine, Achintya Bhed and Abhed Tattva, simultaneous oneness and difference. The light of the sun and the moon is also originally emanating from the Brahmajyoti, which is the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. And Pranava, or the Omkara, transcendental sound in the beginning of every Vedic hymn, addresses the Supreme Lord. Because the impersonalists are very much afraid of addressing the Supreme Lord Krishna by his innumerable names, they prefer to vibrate the transcendental sound Omkara. But they do not realize that Omkara is the sound representation of Krishna. The jurisdiction of Krishna consciousness extends everywhere, and one who knows Krishna consciousness is blessed. Those who do not know Krishna are in illusion. And so knowledge of Krishna is liberation, and ignorance of him is bondage. Text 9, yes?
Does this suggest that we're both personalists and impersonalists?
We?
Well, that one should be, or it's good to be?
Mm-hmm. We are not impersonalists.
I said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does this suggest that we should be simultaneously personalist and impersonalist?
Well, one who knows God knows that the impersonal conception and impersonal conception are simultaneously present.
The idea is that one who knows the sun God knows perfectly well the sun and the sunshine automatically. One who knows only the sunshine doesn't know the sun or the sun God. So those who are personalists, they automatically understand the impersonal manifestations of Krishna. But those who are impersonalists cannot understand the personal potential. So those who are, Prabhupada is emphasizing here, those who are devotees, they perfectly understand simultaneously both Krishna's impersonal and personal manifestations.
So the impersonalists do not understand.
Yeah,
which
they
is
cannot
the,
understand.
Advaita does not understand Dvaita.
Yeah.
Ever. But Dvaita understands Advaita.
Yeah.
But they also say, it also says they are scared of Krishna, sort of.
Well, the impersonalists, they are still envious of Krishna or against Krishna. Therefore, they avoid chanting his names.
Why are they scared?
Well, because they want to be Krishna, or they want to
Envious.
be the absolute.
They wants to merge.
Yeah.
Well, I think they are. Aham Brahmasmi, I am that.
They wants to merge into the supreme whole.
They emerge, but they think they become that.
They
There's so many
actually
different kinds of
merge.
impersonalists also.
Yeah, they don't become them. Even if they merge, when they get moksha, they don't become.
How they can become.
No. But they think.
Our moksha just means within the body is you. Who are you? You are a tiny atom of spirit. And if you are an impersonalist who attained moksha, then you will merge into the sunshine of Krishna and become one of the shining particles in the sunshine of Krishna Brahmajyoti. But we want to go to Krishna's personal association and take a spiritual form to dance with Krishna. So continuing on with verse 9, I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat and fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. Purport. Punya, because this is Punya Gandha, Putivyam. I am the original fragrance. Punya means that which is not decomposed. Punya is original. Everything in the material world has a certain flavor or fragrance, as the flavor and fragrance in a flower, or in the earth, and water, and fire, and air, etc. The uncontaminated flavor, the original flavor which permeates everything, is Krishna. Similarly, everything has a particular original taste, and this taste can be changed by the mixture of chemicals. So everything original has some smell, some fragrance, and some taste. Vibhavasu means fire. Without fire, we cannot run factories, we cannot cook, etc. And that fire is Krishna. The heat in the fire is Krishna. According to Vedic medicine, indigestion is due to a low temperature in the belly. So even for digestion, fire is needed. In Krishna consciousness, we become aware that earth, water, fire, air, and every active principle, all chemicals and all material elements are due to Krishna. The duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. Therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. So Krishna consciousness is active in every sphere. So elsewhere, Prabhupada explains that it's very interesting, actually. Krishna says here, I am the original fragrance of the earth. So suppose you have so many different flowers, rose, champa, parijata, etc. You have all these seeds and you plant them in the earth. Then they take the nourishment from the earth and water and manifest flowers, all of different fragrances. They are all gotten from the earth. So although you take a lump of earth and smell it, you will not smell rose, champa, or anything. But actually those fragrances are within the earth. Otherwise, how the plants can take it out and manifest it. So these are all Krishna's very subtle and various potencies. But Krishna says, I am the original fragrance of the earth.
So how are we getting a life from just something that's not living, which is a seed? That's a whole different topic, I know, but I'm all of a sudden confused. How are we getting a life from something that's not
The seed is living.
Yeah.
Seed is not.
Well, you buy
I have
seeds in a
life.
store which is really not living and running around.
Well, there's two kinds of living entities, chara, achara, running around, and those are not running around.
Inanimate.
Even the trees are not running around, even though they're obviously living. So, just like even you can understand, well, in the it's explained that living beings manifest by 4 different means. Some by embryo, some from egg, some from seed, and some from perspiration, which is harder to understand. Don't bug me on that one. Huh?
Bug.
Now we're going to bug you.
No, I'm
Because
saying
perspiration
bug-
bugs come
perspiration.
from.
Bugs like,
Perspiration, what?
bugs like perspiration, perspiring bugs.
Prabhupada says that the British, because the British ruled India in Prabhupada's youth,
Correct.
so the British, they wouldn't bathe regularly.
Mm.
And then their coat, maybe not cleaned except for after 100 years.
Ew.
Well, not regularly. In India, especially Brahmins, but everyone mostly, they
Yeah.
wash their cloth every day,
Yeah.
or even several times every day. But they would have their coat and then perspire because they don't bathe regularly. So within their coat, so many germs, bugs would be manifested, be born. So from perspiration, some
Right.
kinds of living entities also can take advantage of that to come out. So the idea is that the eternal soul somehow takes advantage or is placed into the seed or into the sperm or into the egg, and therefore life develops. Otherwise, without this soul, how life can develop?
Right. It's
You
just
cannot see the seed, of course, life is there.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Question is rising. Population is going up, up,
Not
up.
this question. This question already we asked, no?
No.
Human population is more and more and more. And how is it coming? Why not? Because from lower life, one by one, they're advancing to come to the human platform. Then human beings, they're supposed to utilize their life to get liberation.
But they
So
go down.
human population diminishes, they get liberation, and then more come up and it remains. But now no one is interested in liberation, so they're coming back again in human life and more are coming up. So population is expanding.
There are lots of going to the thing, all the dharma viruddha, adharmi. That means shameful everybody. That means it went down, down, down. And
They could go down also. Then the
Yeah.
human population will reduce.
But many get human birth again. But also you're just thinking of the earth. You may be born on the earth in this life and you may be born in another planet next life, or maybe from other planets. So many are coming to be born on the earth, just like Chine Punye Martya Lokam Vishanti. From heavenly planets, when their punya is almost finished, they come back to be born on earth. So maybe now's the time when so many are falling down from the heavenly planets. And
Problem is, why should everybody should plan not to have any kids? I don't get why they want to have kids at all.
It's because they don't plan, that's the problem.
No, they want. They, for some reason, that crazy reason, they want small babies to enter this world and go through this material world, which is so painful. They don't care. They don't need.
yeah. Anyway, continuing on, number 10. Just to continue this, finish this section. O son of Pitta, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent and the prowess of powerful men. Bijam means seed. Krishna is the seed of everything. There are various living entities, movable and inert. birds, beasts, men, and many other living creatures are moving living entities. Trees and plants, however, are inert. They cannot move, but only stand. Every entity is contained within the scope of 8,400,000 species of life. Some of them are moving and some of them are inert. In all cases, however, the seed of their life is Krishna. And so Krishna is the root of all existence. As the root of a tree maintains the whole tree, Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in this material manifestation. Then it says here, one cannot do anything without intelligence. And Krishna also says that he is the root of all intelligence. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Krishna says, I am the intelligence of the intelligent. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life, which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna. Purport. The strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. Similarly, sex life, according to religious principles, dharma, should be for the propagation of children, not otherwise. The responsibility of parents is then to make their offspring Krishna conscious.
So Krishna is okay with everybody having children and bringing them up in this material world, but only on the condition they make them Krishna conscious. Right?
Well, that is the injunction also of Bhagavatam. There's a verse which Prabhupada quotes many times. I don't remember, I used to know it perfectly, but they said, Pita na sasyad, Janani na sasyad, etc., etc. One should not become a husband or a father or a guru unless he can deliver his disciple or son or wife or whatever from material existence. No one should accept a dependent, in other words, unless you can deliver that person from material existence.
Yeah, so even simply to have children and not teach them is also not good.
So then Prabhupada calls it having children like the cats and the dogs. That's how we always say. Cats and the dogs have so many children.
Like every entity is contained within the scope of
8 million.
84,000 species of
Yeah, 8,400,000. 84 lakh.
content within that.
Yeah.
Is number also the same? Number.
The kind of
It's
species.
kind of species or
Yeah.
So all living beings are classified in these 84 lakhs,
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
4 lakhs of human beings also.
Oh. Which is not Srimad Bhagavatam. No? That is from Puranas.
Puranas. I think Padma Purana.
At any point, there are 8,400,000 species. At any point. No,
Well, that means
also
all over the universe, not necessarily all around this
all
planet.
on this.
That's interesting. I know now with the deep sea diving submarines, they've discovered many more life forms. The number is up like around 5 million. But because scientists are saying there aren't that many on this planet, talking about specifically. They've been interpreting it that way.
Anyway, the thing is that scientists have their criteria for dividing species or labeling them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the Vedic way of determining species and dividing them and labeling may be on different criteria. Some criteria might not even be perceivable. There's 400,000 species of human beings. 400,000 of the 8,400,000, 400,000 are human species.
400,000 kinds of humans?
Yeah.
So we are only one kind on this earth.
Well, I don't know. I may not be the same species as you.
Oh, unless wherever Hanuman is Gandhamadaka mountain, then he's another kind. We know that for sure.
What?
Hanuman is supposed to be still on this, in the universe somewhere. And
Yeah.
I saw, is he in the Gandhamadaka mountain, or is that, I'm saying the word right, Gandhamadaka mountain or something?
I
Gandhamadaka,
don't
okay.
know if he's
So
there.
he's definitely a different species from us. We know that, we know
Well, for sure.
for sure. But, so two already we know.
But
But
that human species, I don't know exactly what that includes. Maybe Gandharvas, Charanas, I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel that I'm a different species than some of the people I know.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, me too. Like,
Sometimes I see somebody and I think, it's a different species.
yeah, if there's some crazy species, I'm in that category.
So 12, we will just do 12 and then we will finish. Know that all states of being, be they in goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me. So this Prabhupada always emphasized that to be a devotee means that one should understand that there's actually nothing different from Krishna. That even the distinction between material and spiritual is due to conditioned life. Actually, everything is Krishna. Krishna and Krishna's various energies manifested in different ways. But the way we are to understand it is that, as Krishna says here, I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. So that is what's called Lord Chaitanya's Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva. Some people, like you're saying, Dvaita, Advaita, but our philosophy is not Dvaita, not Advaita. It is Bheda Bhed. Everything is one, but different, simultaneously inconceivable. So we are Krishna and not Krishna also.
So you're saying in this, we don't use those terms, Dvaita.
Yeah, I mean, we don't use those terms to describe our understanding. I'm just reading the purport. All material activities in the world are being conducted under the three modes of material nature. Although these material modes of nature are emanations from the Supreme Lord Krishna, he is not subject to them. For instance, under the state laws, one may be punished, but the king, the lawmaker, is not subject to that law. Similarly, all the modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, are emanations from the Supreme Lord Krishna, but Krishna is not subject to material nature. Therefore, he is nirguna, which means that these gunas are modes, although issuing from him, do not affect him. That is one of the special characteristics of Bhagavan. Let's just think of
Nirguna, Nirakara, Nirvikalpa, Chidakara, Mahakasam, Vasam, Vadeham.
Yeah, a lot of people talk akara and nirakara. Saguna, nirguna. Let's get a headache.
Chidakasam,
Get a headache?
Mahakasam, Vasam,
Chamatkar.
Mad.
So Krishna is explaining himself first by explaining his all-pervading features by various manifestations of his material and spiritual energies, what we perceive in this world. This is not the highest understanding of Krishna, but Prabhupada explains this out to the preliminary understanding of Krishna. So devotees should see that whatever is ability in man or so many things, it is actually Krishna.
This is only preliminary? I thought it's very important to understand.
Hmm?
You said it's preliminary only?
Yeah, preliminary but essential.
Right.
It's like preliminary math, 1 + 1 is 2.
But
It's
you have to know
preliminary,
it.
but it's also essential. And if you understand the higher principles of mathematics, you will, of course, still remember 1 + 1 is 2.
So you can't go further if you don't.
Yeah, you must understand this to go further. So any more questions? 7th chapter is full of many, many verses which are quoted by Prabhupada again and again. Very important chapter.
It seems to me that there's a matter of accepting what I don't understand. I don't need to understand. That understanding perhaps comes with time, but the first thing is to simply accept.
Mhm.
That's right. Prabhupada says we don't blindly accept. Utilize your intelligence as far as your intelligence can go. But while doing that, we understand that we cannot actually understand so many things we accept. But Krishna says we accept because he is the best authority.
What was your question? What was the question?
That we accept that when we see what looks like it could be apparent contradiction, we simply accept them. And that the first is acceptance, understanding follows acceptance.
Right.
And then
It's also like the concept of you first surrender. Only then you can understand this. If you think, oh, I'm so intelligent, I should be able to understand this. But no, it doesn't happen. Once you surrender,
Which slow is that I will
same thing, right?
reveal to
Dadami Guri Yogam and Tesham Satata Yitanam Bhajatam Priti Purdvakam. Priti Purdvakam.
it's like, much like with our own children, really. In raising them, there were many things I told them, I knew they didn't know or understand, but they expect believing in the father.
Yeah. Yeah, Prabhupada says that many times. Small child, whatever parents say, they just accept.
Mm.
And then they will understand the truth of it by and by.
I was writing down what you said. We accept because Krishna is the 630.
Yeah. Prabhupada many times says that. If Krishna says, then we say, think it's true, that's all. Krishna says, so therefore it's true. Don't have to try and think about it more. Krishna says it, so it's true. That is our position. Prabhupada said that is his position. Scientists may say something, but if Krishna says something, we accept Krishna.
Good one of today's teachings and readings over here, and now it makes me think. So people are, like, especially back now to the children concept. So they are bringing up and having children and not teaching them Krishna consciousness, so they're going to get some karma, bad karma.
The leaders of society are not teaching what is the goal of life. The masses of people are ignorant, so they're just accepting what the leaders of society present to them. No one is presenting that the goal of life is to understand yourself as different from matter and get free from matter, from birth and death, by watching the absolute truth as being one.
Well, when I was a child and growing up, I used to hear things like this. Like, oh, search of the absolute. When you would read a lot of epics and Mahabharata, search of absolute truth. Well, now I know what the search for absolute truth is. Then I was confused. What is the search for absolute truth? I have no clue.
Well, it's simple that, of course, true, there's Indian culture. It's a great advantage because there's so much Krishna consciousness here, there. But did your parents ever say to you directly that whatever you develop your consciousness to, at the time of death, that will carry you to your
Never
body?
told us anything.
So that's the essence. Prabhupada explains that human intelligence begins when one asks, well, after this life, what am I going to become? But nobody's asking that question. What am I going to become when I grow up?
We were never taught any of this.
We're thinking how to survive.
Always thinking, money, give me money, that's what I want.
What is that song?
Prabhupada also says money is honey.
He did not.
Say that.
In lecture.
Maybe he was joking.
He's saying for the materialist.
Yeah.
For the materialist, money is honey. But in ISKCON, they call it Lakshmi points.
Lakshmi points, yeah.
Lakshmi points.
Book points and
Lakshmi
Lakshmi
points.
points.
Because they want to think that, pretend that they're not after money. So they call it Lakshmi points.
Oh, wow.
Anyway. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
In the GBC, they have so many ministers. In GBCs, and they have the Minister of Communication, Minister of Dispute Resolution, Minister of Fundraising, Minister of this. They should have a Minister of BhagavadGita.
GBC what?
I don't know about that.
You said GBC. What's GBC?
ISKCON is ruled by a
GBC.
governing body commission,
Oh,
which was short as GBC.
Bhakti Vedanta.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for coming.